Nico, I'm getting worried. Roman didn't get back at all last night.
He likes to party. He stays out late the whole time. You know what he's like.
Not on my watch, he don't. Something ain't right.
Well, isn't Nico Bellic having the time of his life in Liberty City right now? It wasn't that long ago when he realized that Michelle, or whatever her name is, was actually spying on him. Manny and his cameraman have disappeared, Elizabeth is taken down. I just messed with one of Playboy's business interests, and now nobody knows about Roman's whereabouts. Can't he just get some good news, at least one little bit of it? Well, I suppose it's beneficial from a gameplay perspective. Lots of crazy situations to get involved in. So let's hope there's a lot prepared for us in this episode. Hi ladies and gentlemen, Spenny here, and welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 4 Part 9.
Nico, it's Patrick McCreary. You and me did some work for Elizabeth Torres together?
You mean I saved your ass?
Well, if I'd have known it was such a big deal to you, I would have asked you to let them kill me. Anyway, if you're in need of extra funds, I'm in need of a good man.
You'd think the background noise would be turned down for the phone calls. Car horns really get in the way. But there's nothing like that in the audio settings apart from the radio fading during conversations.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Come on, Jimmy, let's go to my office.
Okay, that's it, sir.
What do you want?
I'm a good guy!
How many times has he said that now, even though it isn't true?
Look, the guy's name is Tom Goldberg. Thinks he's got something on me. Gonna go to the DA with it, use it to get into Congress.
Supposedly, he's meant to be a satire of Jack Thompson, which the less said about him, the better.
An interview?
Sure, it'll be easy. You're an immigrant. They're almost legally bound to interview you. But, get yourself a suit.
So, now we have to go to Perseus and get a fancy suit.
You're a good man, Nico Bellic. A good man!
Coming from you, that means a lot.
Well, he's certainly a better human being than you, Francis. So I need to go back to the internet cafe where I might have 5 billion unread emails to keep up with. I mean, just before I started this mission, I got 3 phone calls on the way. It's probably a sign that I'm rushing through the game too fast. But that's always been my intention. I even said so in part 2. I want to see if I can beat it in less than 20 hours. Okay, we have to visit Tom Goldberg's website and do whatever the top left prompts say. I like how Nico over-exaggerates everything he's done. Balkan Peace Force, athletic at everything. I suppose the latter can be true, but that's what you're supposed to do with a resume. It's the interview that matters more. Besides, he's only doing this to take out Goldberg. He certainly wrote it quickly unless he has it with him on a USB drive at all times. Maybe?
Hope the internet is worth it.
Well, that was a boring mission compared to the last few. All I did was check my emails and send a resume to a law firm. It's meeting Brucey all over again.
I've sent off the application. I've always wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay, we all know that sentence is sarcasm, but there is one mission later on where Nico says he always wanted to be an astronaut, believe it or not. That's what I don't like about Algonquin. There's so many one-way roads that not only affect GPS, but GP, general pace. Well, they must have really liked that resume because they literally called back just a minute after he submitted it.
We'd like to arrange an interview for you at the earliest convenience. Come into our offices at noon tomorrow. Is that all right?
I can free that period up in my schedule.
Super. Your interview will be with Mr. Goldberg.
Imagine if she said someone else, not Goldberg. That would be awkward. Call back Francis, he'd be like, well, improvise. Just try the interview, then walk around the building until you find Goldberg, then get the files. Well, like all other clothing stores, there's barely anything to choose from. I mean, the outfits available look really good on Nico, and I know storytelling is a bigger priority, but it doesn't mean there was no chance at increasing the variety from San Andreas. Also, if you have the PC version, the suits are buttoned up with a vest. They look a lot better than what you see here. So while I'm searching for the right suits, since loading times are pathetic as usual, I'm just curious, did anyone put up a serious effort to find the infamous fingerless gloves that were all over the game's cover and trailers but didn't exist in the final product? I remember there was supposedly a lot of different ways you could get them. After you complete the story, completed 100%, they're hidden in a secret area like that Statue of Happiness shirt. It was almost like a secret character from Mortal Kombat. All these theories, and it it caused a little bit of outrage. Most likely elevated by the fact there weren't that many clothing options to begin with, and they looked really good on Bellic. And as you can see, I even got some suit turtleneck combinations and can make some cool looking custom outfits out of these.
I've got one of those myself.
I wonder if he got that line from Die Hard.
Nico, tell me it weren't you that shot up the strip club in Bohan.
Oh yeah, from the last episode.
That's what I was doing.
I like how Nico is like, yeah, I did. And Playboy is like, that's not cool, man. At this point, it's been 15 minutes, and this has been one of the most uneventful stretches of playing this game since the first episode. Answering calls, reading emails, and buying suits, that's about it. Until I saw a lot of Porsche 911s parked near my safe house. Finally, I can store some backup sports cars again, like more than one. It happens sometimes, actually. More of the same car you're currently driving is spawned in those parking areas if you're lucky. Must be a program code of the game that randomizes. Alright, which color? I think I like this one. I'm an asshole. Now I know in advance that this place will be the next safe house. As I illustrated before, these spots, even if you don't own the safe house yet, can still be used to save your vehicles. Though I'd still rather have a garage. At least they reduce the chances of losing the car. But I've already said enough about these, so I'll leave it at that.
Listen, I know what you must be thinking, but don't bother.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how you know what I must be thinking.
You've killed people. You should be dead yourself.
How would you know? You only dated him once. Sorry, it's frustrating to watch from that perspective, like it creates a plot hole. There should have been an alternate cutscene if you didn't go to enough dates with Michelle, but finds other ways to know what Nico is up to since it's her job. Like Mallory saying too much about him and Roman through conversation, I don't know. Because Rockstar would eventually add that kind of unique dialogue in GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, based on the order of missions you undertake.
You know, you and your cousin, you should get out. What you're looking for, you won't find. Feds are all over it. Crime is done. You've watched too many movies.
I think you're forgetting the fact that he's trying to find someone that betrayed him in the war.
Hey, cheer up. You did good. You'll get a Sammy, if you care about that sort of thing.
Thank you.
And that is the last time you see her in this game, but not the last time you see her in a Grand Theft Auto game.
Find out everything you can about a man called Oleg Minkov. He lives on Iroquois, back in Hove Beach.
And if I say no?
I hand your file over to those cretins in the FIB, and organized crime has dealt another serious blow.
Hate to rain on your ego, but considering this game is called Grand Theft Auto where rampaging is a prevalent feature, do you really think that'll stop Nico's smartass? He'll happily take everyone on.
What's your name?
Not relevant.
Jokes aside, what is interesting about these missions is there's a reason to clear your name for all that rampaging, all that criminal work. But then again, nothing's stopping you after you beat it. It's like I said in the review, I find it out of place where you have a protagonist with this much character development in an open world franchise renowned for its outlandish gameplay. Like two fantastic but different ideas fighting against each other. There's also debate over how Karen got in the position of being undercover. She either had a criminal history and did this job to clear a name, or that going undercover as part of a regular job, considering she returns as an IAA agent in GTA 5. Maybe the fact it's a mystery is the point. It's deliberately left ambiguous.
Take me to Iroquois Avenue.
On our way. Don't play with the windows.
So, we're going back to Hove Beach. Here's hoping Dimitri doesn't find me there. Actually, on second thoughts, I hope he does so I can get him. Anyway, we have to investigate Oleg Minkov's apartment. Or break into it.
Mr. Minkov? Anybody here?
What have you got for me?
Not much. He keeps a clean house, he's got a computer.
Check his emails. Call back with any information that would indicate his current whereabouts.
This all-seeing eye is watching you. That wallpaper looks like something Tool would come up with. So, we have a known whereabout.
You go to Tulsa Street. Eliminate Minkov.
Whoa, killing is very different from gathering information.
You are acting in the interest of your new countrymen and keeping yourself out of prison.
Like I said, I doubt that. Nico can probably take on Liberty City single-handedly.
Я даже подумал, что это человек.
Все, он меня дожидался.
Yeah, got him. Yeah, he's out of the car and he... And I might have set off a chain of chaos with the exploding car in the process.
Minkoff is dead. Country is safe.
I think I got more than Minkoff in this mission.
Nothing is safe. No one is safe. Maybe something has been averted. Maybe delayed. I'll be in touch. Goodbye.
How did the big real estate deal go?
That cat ain't got no vision. Wants to shut down the site and shit. Make it a memorial to union workers who've died in accidents.
After playing the Ballad of Gay Tony, that sounds out of place for Yusuf to change the construction area into a memorial site. But like Karen, it's not the last you'll hear from him in a GTA game. Nah. I know it'll start a mission as soon as the call ends if you answer it. Not yet. I want to do this one with Packy first. You should know how it works now. Don't pay the toll. Another thing I also noticed too is that if you approach a mission marker, it removes the wanted meter anyway. Oh, did you see that police car glitch about? I've never seen that before. Talk about a policeman determined to stop me. Doesn't matter anyway, I'm about to lose them.
Who's gonna judge Kate? What would she win if they did? Virgin of the Year?
I'm thinking maybe you can catch VD for both
Fuck
of us,
you,
Patrick.
Katie.
Language.
Sorry, Ma. Oh, there he is. Mr. fucking Crazy Man.
Yeah, Packy without a doubt has the biggest potty mouth than any other character in this game, which is one hell of an achievement. He seems to say the F word every sentence. In fact, he says it 8 times in this cutscene alone.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. See you around.
What a girl. I think she likes you. Word to the wise, though, she don't put out. Which is convenient, because if she did, I'd have to kill you.
Understood.
For now, anyway. Yeah, Packy is very defensive of Kate, making sure she doesn't hang around with the wrong people. Anyway, a small introduction to a few new characters, and Bellick is clearly taking a liking to Kate.
We've got business out at the docks in Algonquin. Where's your car, man? We need a car.
We're taking my car. Are you kidding me? I see it as another good opportunity to show off my driving skills. Liberty City will always be a racetrack to me when I drive a fast car. Like, I'm already thinking of the best shortcuts, like a Midnight Club title.
We're welcoming some of our cousins from the east, but we don't know what it is that they're bringing in exactly. All we know is that it's worth $1 or $2. My brother Gerald had word about it through this Italian Ravicino.
Anyway, this conversation between Nico and Packy is just another taste of just how developed Liberty City's criminal underbelly is.
The one thing you can rely on him for is greed. I'm too small time to be worth setting up, so the one angle he can be playing is the cash one.
Makes sense.
Damn, nearly mastered that corner. Rain and wet weather actually affects the driving. Now I know I'm gonna lose this car because we have to steal a truck at the docks. But hey, at least we have 2 to spare. I mean, I won't be annoyed if I lose all of them because I've been driving them this time. That and the future safe house is only a block away from a supercar dealership, I just realized then. Another gameplay mechanic that's never used again, at least during missions, the shimmy. I reckon like the stun punch, this mechanic was implemented because they wanted every piece of movement as well as parts of the map to be used at least once, and that the developers had plans to utilize it more, but it turns out there wasn't any chances. Can't say that's a bad thing other than being slow. As you can see, Packy takes too long, so I'm in front of him. That's a pretty epic shot, crawling on top of a roof with a bridge in the background.
And here's the boat, right on time.
Okay, how do we do it?
We'll wait until the truck is loaded, then we'll take it. Simple as that. I'll cover you from up here while you're down on the ground cleaning up.
These better be some good fucking pills. The housewives better be grateful.
Jump down there, man. Have at 'em.
They didn't see me jumping down. I might use a grenade. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh, I haven't got much. Oh, this guy put up a fight. Do you know what? It is starting to look embarrassingly easy with the auto aim. Like, it's at its most obvious, especially if half the enemies taken out here were with one shot. That said, is Packy actually doing anything? Because I don't think so.
Alright, Nico, you drive. I'll take out anyone who tries to follow us. We're going up to Ray's lockup in Westminster off of Union Drive West. You should have backed off a long time ago.
Is it Chinese New Year already? There's a bunch of grenades. Pass them up.
Jeez, they're putting up a fair bit of a fight. Good lord. No, you just keep forget the GPS. Just keep going one way. Hey. I think... That'll teach him a lesson. Yeah, got one. But unlike other chase missions, they're right on your tail right up to the moment you put the truck in the locker. Unless I have anything to do with it, as you can see. Because for some reason, Packy is incredibly useless in this mission. Yeah, what a moment there, because unlike GTA 5, you can't roll the vehicle back in place. Once you're off your wheels, you've had it. I think I underestimated the difficulty of this part here, but at least I beat it on the first attempt.
The stuff all in there?
Sure is. All safe and sound. Whole truckload of it.
Looking at Ray Pacino, I wondered if he expected Packy to do all of this by himself. I suppose, as I've proven just then, I can.
I work for whoever's paying.
I might give you a call sometime. Get in, Packy.
Hey, I'll catch you around, man.
Nico, I think Roman has been kidnapped. I heard he also rushed his money. A friend of mine saw him at that car club on Hellpoint.
He owed them money?
If that's the case, that doesn't surprise me. Like a lot of things, the clues were there. Brucey concerned in a phone call because he likes to call you every 2 seconds.
He's gambling like an animal. Online, in clubs, everywhere. You need to control your cousin, bro.
Near the beginning of this episode, there was an email by Roman asking you to bail him out. A negative response doesn't make a difference. And now this.
You've crossed the line, Dimitri.
Yeah, this is basically the mission that seals Dimitri as the main antagonist.
I got your message, Dimitri, you piece of shit. You're a dead man. A dead man. Before you die, I'm going to cut your face off. Then I'm going to hang it on my wall to remind me what a lying, cheating, treacherous scumbag looks like. Goodbye, friend.
Yeah, there's a unique phone call to Dimitri, which I figured out by simply trying to call him out of curiosity one time. And to my surprise, it's Nico spewing out this threatening payback message against Dimitri, with the latter not being able to say a word. I also noticed that this all begins when Playboy gives you the new phone, since the message from Dimitri provides a photo of Roman. It's kind of ironic when Roman says, you'll get a premium quality phone in the future, and when his cousin eventually does, that's when he's kidnapped and in debt. This is also another example of the main game and the expansions coming together, because Johnny was the one that kidnapped Roman in Lost and Damned to pay back a debt caused by Ashley. I guess you could say that Johnny got even with Nico after killing Jason without realizing it.
A friend of mine, Dmitry Raskolov, he would pay a lot of money for your cousin.
I'll get you the money, just not that way.
This is, without a doubt, Nico at his angriest, and that's why it's one of my favorite missions, one of the most intense of the entire GTA series from a gameplay perspective.
I'm living here with Roman!
Take my cousin, I'm leaving here with Roman. All these bits of dialogue are unique to this mission specifically, and on top of all the angry dialogue combined, the angry expressions of Balak, it was crazy playing this mission for the first time. You just want to take down the entire Russian mafia in this one mission.
You will not harm my cousin!
And there's one advantage to the auto aim, I just bulldoze them all without taking cover, and it looks and feels cooler.
You'll pay for what you've done!
You're surrounded now.
You see that? A notification about a job interview with Tom Goldberg. I think I'm a little busy right now.
Take my cousin, will you?
Get up here, Nico! Quick!
God bless this city!
I love that quote. As I said just before, Nico at his angriest, Roman screaming for help, taking out multiple enemies at once, it's just so epic.
Up here! Nico, please help me!
You are Nico Bellic.
Do you really think I was going to negotiate? Though it would have been a very awkward conversation with Mallory if I botched it.
Thank you, cousin! You saved my life!
We should get out of here.
There's a car. Take me home, cousin.
He keeps running into me. I better be careful because other characters have their own health bar too. Therefore, I'll have to do that shootout all over again. I think I'll save pushing Roman down some stairs for a future episode.
What happened, Roman? You have been gambling. I give you money. How are you in debt?
There are cycles, cousin. You must lose a little to win a lot. Come on, my cards were not good. That man knew Dimitri. He was trying to make me give you up to him. I would never...
Of course.
I like this dialogue. It was very difficult to abridge this part.
I'll never marry Mallory. I won't be able to sleep with another college girl. There is a knife hanging over me. A clock is ticking.
Yes, I get it. My cousin was just kidnapped. I was in the middle trying to save him.
Man, this is out of control.
I know.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
We're going to die. I don't want to die, man. Not like this.
How would you like to die?
Having a threesome on my 100th birthday? I don't fucking know. I'm scared, you cold bastard. What are we going to do?
I'm not cold.
Still gotta have that sense
All
of
you
humor.
care about is revenge. Getting your own way.
And all you care about is money. And gambling it away on the internet. Oh, isn't America great? I get to sit in front of a computer and play Mr. Rich Man and get into debt with crooks.
Boom.
Okay, I messed up. I know I did. I thought things would be different. I don't understand this place so good.
I get the feeling if Roman does it again, Nico will kidnap him personally as a last-ditch attempt to control his gambling. Though considering Roman's older apartment and cab business were burned down because of his cousin, I guess this technically makes them even?
And stop thinking about the Russians. Man, we just need to disappear as far as they're concerned. Disappear!
Okay, but I want Florian and Darko. I need to know what happened. Give me that.
Fine, but leave the Russians alone!
I was not the one gambling in their private club.
I didn't know! Give a guy a break!
Okay.
I'm going to clean up. I have a nasty feeling I had a bit of an accident back there.
If you played Lost and Damned, he most definitely had an accident.
Thanks.
I absolutely love that cutscene. It's just impossible to abridge because it's so compelling. It's dialogue like this that proves that GTA 4 should not be seen as an afterthought compared to the rest of the series. It's so good. Hey, what was that guy oh, he was hiding from... Alright, we'll end there because I cannot think of a better way to conclude a Let's Play, saving Roman from a couple of dozen enemies. And because we're getting a new safe house in the next episode and continuing to meet more people, we're about halfway through the story. Hopefully this means things will improve from there. But for now, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, Patreon, Twitter, Facebook. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch. I can't believe we're up to part 9, and speak to you soon.